Good evening, or well, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm here now to talk about a serious situation, a serious issue. We are facing a common enemy. Some people that are taking everything from us, and actually, all or most of our problems are connected to each other. There is a reason we are left in the dust. There is a reason we have healthcare issues. There is a reason we are getting poorer and poorer. There is a reason we are waging war against each other, nation against nation. And it's for the will of some individuals that just decide to keep this situation going. Maybe they are shackled as well, but it doesn't really matter about this. What matters is that we, as humans, are put one against each other, at each other's throat, and we are forced to fight. And there are winners and losers, but we're still part of the game. And then there are the ones that organize the game, that are the true exploiters. I want every one of us to face this reality, but in a positive way, because we have found who has the responsibility, and so who has to pay for most of it, at least. Every day I know how difficult it is. I know it very well. I know what it means to lose everything, or to lose most of what you own, what you care for. I know what it means to fail, to think about yourself as a failure, even if you're not, because no one of us, not the people that this video is aimed to, at least, are human failures. This video is not for the exploiters, the ones that take advantage of the system, took advantage of us. Yes, those could be a bit, I'm not here to judge, but maybe they surely deserve the blame, let's put it this way. Yes, while I say that this video is not for them, for you, if you're watching, there is something that you need to hear. What I'm going to say is gonna sound harsh to you because, well, essentially it's going to strip you of a lot of your wealth. But it's not going to take everything. I am not going to take everything from you. I'm a pacifist. I'm a non-violent person. What I want to do is not going to be violent. It's a non-violence organization, plan, at least. But if I fail, if you go against me and I fail, I cannot guarantee what's going to happen after me. I cannot guarantee anything. I am in no position to tell others how they should behave. So I'm not going after you. I'm actually going to protect your life with mine if it ends at that point, if we reach that point, and some maybe would like to see you gone, but we are still humans. You are still humans, and I'm going to stand for you, for your life, not for your wealth. But if I'm gone, I can say anything about it. So really, I'm your best option here. Returning to the true target of this video, I am here to give you a second chance, or even a first possibility. I know that many of us didn't ever get a second one, but probably not even the first. I know that you wanted to prove your worth, to show the world what you could do, world didn't allow you to. Because this world is selective in a twisted sense. And I'm sure that most of you had something to offer. I know that you had something great for us. And you couldn't put it on display. You couldn't even develop it. You couldn't be your true self for the various chains that this world is putting on us. Rules, bureaucracy, the work system, certain responsibilities we don't have and that are pushed on us, while the ones that we have, we try to dismiss. And we are told that we are right in dismissing them, because this world is building us to become more selfish. This world is rewarding selfish people that exploit others. If you do it, if you start thinking more about yourself, not doing the right thing, but doing what's convenient to you, you succeed in this stupid rat race that we are put in, one against the other. And who does the good thing is left behind, is exploited, is taken advantage, because the world is shaping us to be like this. Because ultimately it's the mentality that makes us, in a way, controllable, manageable, isolated, weak. But it rewards us, so we strive for that, and we fight each other, and we don't help each other, we don't join each other. This needs to end. This is wrong. This is harming us on a human level. It's all connected. The loneliness, the civil wars, civil fights, going against some individuals, suicides, poor healthcare, private healthcare that gets better and better with poor public healthcare is left in the dust. Public education against private education is the same thing. It's all the same mechanic. Even the political discourse is the same thing, or it's connected to the very same roots, because many of us are desperate, many of us are good people who tried their best. We made sacrifices upon sacrifices, and they didn't amount to anything. We're losing hope, and the only ones that try to give us hope are often despicable people that want to exploit us, want to exploit you, but they still say that they care, so they reach out, and we take that hand, even if we know that when we'll need it, it's not going to be there. It will betray us, but we're desperate, and that's the only hope we have. And we are made desperate so that we can only take that. It's connected. It's the same thing. I'm not saying there is a small group of individuals that plan every single step, but as a whole mentality, it's really all related. We are being forced into little cages. We cannot be ourselves anymore. It's true, this is probably from at least a health point of view, the best period of time thus far where we could be born, where a human could be born. We have a long life expectancy, we sort of have food security, we sort of have healthcare, at least in the Western world, but even the Eastern world, if we're going to be honest here, it's just a worldwide situation at this point. So yes, it's in a sense objectively better now, but we traded these for a few things. First of all, let's take prehistory, we could choose what to eat. We had agency over house, over food, over shelter. Yes, we could make mistakes, but it was on us. Now we cannot build a house for good reasons, because we're not experts in building houses, they could fall upon our head, and we could damage the environment. Now we have morality, ethics, we care about it for very complex but interesting and good reasons, valid reasons. But before we had the free will to find a cave and we had a home like everyone else, or build it. Now it's not like that. Now to get a house, you need to fit the system. To get a human right that I could take for myself back then, now I need to stick to the system, to not fight it, to not to diverge from it, stick to the system. So in a sense we've built a system, a society that helps us, but it has also become our worst enemy. Humans have become our worst enemy. We were belligerent against each other back then. We went against each other. That's true. It has always been true. But now it's systemic. Before it happened when it was somewhat needed, or it was perceived as such. We lost freedom. We complain that we lose freedom, we like to complain about this, but it's in a twisted way, where we don't understand that we lost the freedom to be ourselves. We lost the time, we lost the free time to be ourselves. Like, it could be much more, we could be much more, we can give so much to society. Many of us want to give, but we are not even given the possibility to give, given the possibility to give. I'm not saying that every one of us can and will reach their dream, even if they follow me, if they try to understand what I'm proposing. But many, many more than currently can will. If your dream is to be a doctor, a physician, you are bad at it, it's not going to happen because you will harm others, okay? But if you are good at it and you were just unlucky and were born in a family that needed money and couldn't really help you fulfill your career, pursue your career, fulfill your dream, and you just had to learn a job to pay off, I don't know, a mortgage, okay? That's what I'm addressing, okay? I hope you can understand. I can't do everything. This, what I'm proposing, what I'm trying to build is not going to take care of everything. But I'm trying to give you a second possibility. That possibility that was denied to you, wrongfully denied to you. Even the first possibility that probably was denied to you. Because I know that you are more probably that you are now. You know you can be more, I know it, we know it. Just want to put you in the position to be. So yes, really, we need to fight back. We need to take what's ours, our human rights that we deserve to be respected. We can have houses, we can have food, we can have possibilities, opportunities. Once we could travel, migrate, settle, fight back and settle, it led to many negative outcomes. But it's also the freedom of moving around and finding a place you belong. Now this is not guaranteed for many people. I'm sorry. I know it's a bit difficult, and I need to specify something really, really important. I'm not asking any sacrifice from you. I'm asking for support, help, even just to be listened to be heard, okay? But I'm not asking anything active. If you want, if you desire, if you want to contribute, I'm here and I need all the help that can come, but I'm not asking it. I'm not asking for it. I would be a hypocrite because I know how many sacrifices you made every day. I know how much struggle there is into sacrificing every day, every hour, year after year, and not succeeding, or trying to build something and seeing some entity stripping you from it, losing the future, losing a family, losing a house, losing a friend, losing a relative, for whatever reason, for lack of public healthcare, accessible healthcare. On the other hand, you could have poor public healthcare, or we can have a mortgage that's not paid, a bank coming after you, criminals being free to harm others. Really, violence is not to truly addressed whenever it's systemic. For example, people are killed and not the killers often are not pursued if they are part of the system, you know, or there are truly deplorable, despicable things that happen, events that I don't want to name, but I know you went through and nobody helped, nobody cared, and I know it. And I'm not saying I would be a hypocrite if I say that I could fix that, I could help you for that, but at least we can try to give you something back, a compensation for what you went through, the true reward for your efforts, for your sacrifices. Because we just care about the results in this twisted society, but the truth is, you matter way more than your results, because your efforts not necessarily amount. Because it's really a lot of stuff depends on luck, depends on when you were born, the family you were born, the nation you were born in, the day you went to school, the specific school, the money you had, your family had. We need to lower the impact of fortune, of randomness. We can't build a society based on that. And it would be disrespectful to perpetrate this system, because it also rewards the ones that start better off. It is not a race to begin with. This is not a race. I want you to be valued for who you are. Not what you are, not what you offer, who you are. Is way more precious, more important than anything else. So, yes, we need to take what's ours, and this is what I'm asking you. Because I know that I can't ask more, and I will not ask more. You didn't harm me, you didn't exploit me. I have no right to ask anything from you. Because that's it. You didn't do any harm. Why has stuff been taken from you when you were not guilty? Many of us, most of us, are just put in this situation where we are robbed or a lot, just so that we can fight each other to get a little bit. And every day we wake up, we hope something happens, we hope it gets better, but it never gets better. It does not get better, because it's convenient that it doesn't. But it could. We could be ourselves. I want every one of us, every one of you, to be yourself, your true self. Because I know you can be. Maybe not everyone, but most of you can. And I know how much you went through. And it's time your efforts were rewarded, because we can really have everything, not in a materialistic way, What I mean is that this is not a short blanket, not for real. We're not really too many on this planet yet. We're not really in such an enormous lack of resources. We can have a house, we can have free energy, we can have food, free food, because people will be paid, but not directly. Like it's a duty of the government to provide these things. It's the duty of nations at this point. So this is all. Just think about this. I'm not asking you to join, I'm not asking you to write, I'm not asking you to be active. Of course, if you want to, please. But the only thing I'm asking you is to think about all of this. To think about the systemic war we are put in every day. We can be better. We can do better. We need, on an individual level, to try and do the right thing. I'm not asking you to, because it could be a sacrifice, but at least think about doing the right thing. Even if without that part, just think about this systemic situation. Because there is a difference between what we can do to each other, for each other, there is and what they, the government, must do for us. That's what we can do, is not necessarily what should be done. I'm not imposing it. But governments owe us. We'll take that. We will take what they owe us. It's ours to begin with, because they are rights. They are human rights. And this is really the base of what I'm trying to build. Something that guarantees that our human rights are respected. And with this, I bid you farewell. Or more properly, goodbye. I hope to hear from some of you soon. But just think, please.